the last time, so we don't know which one is the current password.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, start at the back of the book. There's a way to do it.
Well, I had one person that grabbed a little notebook type of thing and put little tabs on it, and he labeled each site with its own page. So if he went down, a few of them there, he was very religious about going in there, turn to that tab, and like every 6 months, his banking or something, he would change it.
Nice.
He'd change it there, write it down there, and then go over and type it on in.
Yep. And you can buy a password book that's listed for passwords, but they're ridiculously expensive. Just get an address book. Yeah, and under A, put Apple. Under G, put Google. Under M, put Microsoft. Under Y, put Yahoo.
It's very easy to do. And interestingly, one of the things that I recommend to people is to use a password manager. If you use one like I use NPass, I can look at it on pretty much every device but my Chromebook, and haven't paid attention to whether or not there's a version for that now. But I can look at it on my phone, I can look at it on my tablet, I can look at it on my desktop, I can look at it on my laptops, and that means that as long as I keep, and of course you have to keep that up to date. Oh, what a pain in the neck that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Compare that to the pain in the neck of not knowing your passwords anymore. But if you keep that up to date, it's everywhere. So if my one and only computer died, and I bought a new one and needed to be set up, I could find the passwords on my phone.
Yep.
Or my tablet, or my laptop, or whatever. So that's something else I recommend. Find a program like NPass, ENPASS, that lets you save your encrypted data in the cloud, and then mine saves it on Google Drive, and then access it from any device that can get to Google Drive.
Yep.
We talk about it's PI, pre-internet encryption.
Right.
So you encrypt it on your computer, then you can store it online. So then when online gets breached, it's already encrypted and the bad guys can't get in.
Right, and so it encrypts based on your password.
Yep.
So you do have to remember one password, the password that opens NPass.
And that happens to be the name of a very popular password manager, 1Password.
Right. That's another one that's very good.
Yeah.
But you do have to remember that one password, and if you have that password, you can write that down, put it in your wallet or whatever.
Yeah.
But don't say what it's for. Just.
I wish Windows and Mac OS didn't save your login password by default.
Yep.
Because then when we ask people for it, they don't know. If you had to type it every time you logged in, then you would remember it. But when we tell people to do that, then they get mad that they have to type it every time.
Right.
Well, yeah, but now you remember it.
Well, I do that for my Chromebook. I don't. There's no auto login for me.
Well, especially now that a lot of computers have the fingerprint readers.
Right.
So you can log in easily with your fingerprint. But every now and then it wants the passcode just to make sure it's really you and not someone with your fingerprint.
Or now what they're doing is they're using corpses to unlock their phones. Yeah. So if somebody dies in an accident or gets shot, for example,
before they get cold,
before they get too cold, anyway.
Yep. And even before that, there was something called what they call it, police jacking, where the police would be watching a suspect and wait for them to make a phone call and unlock their phone.
Yeah.
Then you would jump them, grab the phone out of their hands before it locked again.
Right.
Because then you didn't have to. Because the law has held that you cannot compel someone to
However,
release a pass code, but a fingerprint they can.
Well, but if it's a face recognition unlock, all I have to do is say, "Is this your phone?" And it'll unlock.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's unlocked. I didn't force you to do that. I didn't make you do that. It just happened to do that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Not that you care at this point. We're going to take a quick break. Back in just a couple of minutes with Dave Enright, Steve Ray, and me, Nick Francesco. Maybe you will find out in just a couple of minutes. This is Soundbites on member-supported Jazz 90.1.
Online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at soundbites.org. More with Nick Francesco, Dave Enright, and Steve Ray next on member-supported Jazz 90.1.
A will is one of